Yes, one of my favorite segments of the entire week. Ghazi Bear, you're off today, but you still made your way in for Fantasy versus Reality. I assume that's because my perfect score of 0-3, perfectly terrible, so you're here to rub my nose in it.
Kind of. I'm clawing back, Levac. Here I come, slowly but surely. I went 1-2 last week. I got a few excuses, though, all right? Alex Smith is the number one fantasy quarterback. Kareem Hunt's the number one fantasy running back. Matt Hogan, Chris Hogan, Hulk Hogan, one of those Hogans is the number one wide receiver in fantasy. All right, it's been a tough year fantasy-wise. Those are my excuses.
I'm 8-7-1 now on the season. You are what?
5-9-1.
You're not really clawing back. It's pretty
slowly but surely. All I need is a 3-0 week.
It's a deep hole. It's a deep burn where you are. But since you did have the higher score this week in particular, you, my friend, get to go first. Would you like to, or would you like to go second?
I'm going to go first. I'm going to start with my quarterback position. Now, remember, we're going standard PPR scoring, which you might hear as a projection may not be the same projection as your own league. We're going by ESPN PPR standard projected scoring. And that's what it's about here. Quarterback Josh McCown for the New York Jets. Now, I'm not saying the Jets are going to beat the Patriots. We're talking fantasy football. If you believe the Jets are going to be down by 2 touchdowns, maybe in the first quarter, that says a lot of good things for the quarterback for the New York Jets because he's going to be throwing the football. 15.2 is his projection. So all I really need is 260 yards and a touchdown. 2 touchdowns, I'm way over the projection. Will Josh McCown be throwing the ball 35 to 40 times a game against New England? It's possible if they're down by 3 touchdowns. So I like McCown. By the way, Josh McCown, 70%, a little bit higher than that completion percentage this season. And the New England Patriot defense, Levac, has given up the most fantasy football points to quarterbacks this season. Play Josh McCown. He's going to beat his projections.
What's his projection?
15.2.
15.2. That's funny because that's almost the spread of the game. New England is laying 9 points for this game. Everything you said, the defense for New England hasn't been good. McCown's been better than expected. The Jets' defense has been good. Tom Brady has a sprained non-throwing shoulder. Everything tells you you should take the Jets. So take the Patriots, baby. I'm going the Pats. I'm laying the 9 points. I'm not scared of Josh Tears of McClown. I'm not afraid of him at all. I'm not afraid of Matt Forte. I'm not afraid of anybody on Gang Green this week. The Patriots smell blood in the water. They're going 4-2. The Jets are dropping to 3-3. It's been a really good feel-good story for the Jets. I mean, I almost cried when I was watching them win, and Fireman Eddie is, well, I haven't even seen that dude. He's running. He's hiding. But I'll tell you right now, this is my first play, and it's on the same game as yours. You think McCown will be good? That's great. That's cute. I got the 40-year-old wonder. I got TB12. I got Gronk. I'm taking the Pats. I'm laying the 9 points.
Who would have thought we'd be sitting here on October 13th talking about the Jets having a chance? Levac's not buying it.
Nah.
And I hope it's a blowout for both of our sakes here to hit our projections. The running back position. Now, remember for this one, this is a big example of difference in scoring in your league. Again, PPR, points per reception, is how we do fantasy versus reality on the fantasy side of it. This guy may not have a big week for your league, but if you get points per reception, he's a great play this week, and it's running back Chris Thompson from the Washington Redskins. Redskins were on a bye last week. They get the San Francisco 49ers this week. Think about the numbers 4, 4, and 4 for Thompson. If he can get you 4 catches, 40 yards running, 40 yards receiving, right around 43 even, will put you right at the projection, which is 12.3 points. You get a point per reception, you get about 1 point per every 10 yards. That puts you on track. The San Francisco 49er defense gives up the 5th most fantasy points to running backs this season. Thompson's a perfect example of a guy who will get you catches and points. Chris Thompson, 12.3 projection. He's a great play against San Francisco out of the backfield this weekend.
Makes me think about leaving Fat Rob on my bench. All right, here we go. My second one. Mitchell Trubisky looked more like a quarterback than I thought he would. They went out there against Minnesota. He looked good. He looked the part. Numbers didn't really show you how good he really was. However, he's athletic. He's exciting. They're playing. They're calling some of the right plays for him. All that being said, Baltimore's going to kill him. It is. I mean, this is a complete. I think Baltimore is licking their chops, knowing that Mitchell Mitchell Trubisky is going to be going up against them, that he's coming to town. Give me that purple defense. Give me the Baltimore Ravens. I'll lay the 6 points. It's a big score, but everybody's in love with this Mitchell Trubisky kid all of a sudden. Vegas knows it. You know it. I know it. The Ravens know it. Look for the Ravens to be the Mr. Hyde instead of the Dr. Jekyll. They're going to go out there and they're going to handle their business.
Trubisky's only going to play teams that are purple from now on. The Vikings, his first matchup. This one's the Ravens. Next week's Troy High School. That's it. He's just playing nothing but
Troy
CBA.
High has a better quarterback. Cassell's better
Don't do that
than Trubisky.
I like that pick, though. Trubisky had a long week to prepare for Minnesota. He threw that late pick at the end. Baltimore, there could be some talk maybe after this week that maybe the Ravens are the best team in that AFC North division. Interesting pick there. And I also like the theme of purple because I'm going purple here with wide receiver / tight end, the position we call that our flex, depending on who you think is going to have a big game there. We're going to wide receiver, and I'm taking Adam Thielen, the wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. 13th overall. That's the defense he's going up against. The Minnesota D is going to play against that team and hope, all right, maybe we'll find a break here. Maybe we'll find a break there. I get it. Thielen's best game was with Sam Bradford on Monday Night Football against New Orleans Saints. But I don't really need a huge game from Thielen. 12.7 for the projection. And he's had the games this season where he's at 14, 9, and 9. We know Case Keenum likes to throw the football. If you give me 6 catches for 70 yards, that's all I need from Adam Thielen, who's one of these slot guys but can still make big plays. Adam Thielen, look for him to have a pretty nice matchup against the Green Bay Packers in an NFC North rivalry game this weekend.
Hey, guys, you hear this?
It sounds like you drinking.
It's the Fountain of Youth, and it's in Arizona. The Fountain of Youth is in Arizona, and right now Carson Palmer's on one side of it, lapping up water. On the other side, Adrian Peterson. The Fountain of Youth is in Arizona. And you know what else is in Arizona? Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers. They're going in to get shot down by 2 old dudes who got a lot left to prove. I think Adrian Peterson runs wild on your Buccaneers.
No.
Let me do this in language you booger-eating wrestling fans will understand. What are you going to do when Adrian Peterson runs wild on you?
Why did I come in for this? I don't need this. Arizona's filled with old,
I'm getting a point and a half,
bags.
by the way. I'm getting a point and a half with the Cardinals, and they're taking down the Bucs.
I can't see it. Look, it's Arizona. It's Carson Palmer.
Oh, that's right. You hate the old people, and they're going to get you back this week.
And Lawrence Fitzgerald. They're all out there. I see them right now.
The Fountain of Youth is in Arizona, my friend. Old people move out there because the weather's good for their rheumatoid arthritis, and they're going to rheumatoid arthritis your whole team, brother. I'm going to recap first because I got it in front of me. New England -9, Baltimore -6, and the Cardinals +1.5.
I've got Josh McCown beating his projection against the New England Patriots. I've got Chris Thompson for the Washington Redskins beating his projection in the backfield for the Redskins against the Niners. And give me Adam Thielen, Vikings wide receiver, beating his projection against the Green Bay Packers.
I got a feeling that you're wrong. All right, that's fantasy versus reality for this week. You get out of here. You got to go to a wedding or something with the missus.
See you, man. Enjoy the weekend and take Syracuse with the points against Clemson tonight. Take the orange.
I'm hearing that from a lot of people. I hope you're
orange.
right, because otherwise there will be tears all over the place. That's fantasy versus reality. Thank you so much, guys. Get out of here.